coach. Here we go.
Looking here, officials coming over to grab the sticks and get started here. Here they come out. Looks like the Riders are going to be set to kick off to the Nepean Eagles. I'd like to say the HESN broadcast is currently down, but it will be back up here in just a few minutes. Here it is. It is back live.
And Myers looks like they're just about set to kick it off here and get underway as both teams' crowds getting fired up. The Eagles back and ready to return this one. And it'll be the number 35 to kick off, Matt Ribeiro, for the Myers Riders. And here we go, we are underway. It's kicked, it's picked up by the Eagles. He's gonna work this one upfield and he's gonna be racked up right away. That's Edison Folo. And he gets this one right up to about midfield, and that's a good start for this Eagles team. Pretty good field position.
That's a great start that you want for this championship game. That's definitely where you want to be. It was a good return there of about 15 yards. He was back around the 40, bringing it up to the center. A big kid bringing it up the field. It's definitely what we want to see in this league.
Absolutely. It'll be Reed Provost, the quarterback for the Eagles, as we got a flag right away on the play. Looks like an Eagles player just on that far side getting a little bit too excited here in this championship game.
Yeah, that's really something they just had a great start, and that's really something you don't want to see now, is these penalties kill you. I know personally I've played and coached for teams that was a great team, but unfortunately penalties just killed our seasons. Our touchdown runs all getting called back by something that shouldn't have happened back at the beginning of the play.
And so it'll be first and 15 here for this Eagles team. That's a little bit tougher for them to get anything going. Takes a snap, and it's a quick pass over the far sideline, and he's got some room now as he's taken down right at about the Eagles 49-yard line, as that was David Auger on the catch, and moves them back to about 2nd and 11 here.
Those are the kind of plays that we see that they don't look like they're doing a whole lot, but in 1st and 10 situations, they really do a lot. Getting that 5 yards at a time, marching up the field and into the end zone is definitely what you want to see.
Oh, and a low snap there, and Provost is forced to just jump on it. And And it'll be third down.
This is definitely not the start that this Nepean Eagles team's needed. This offense needing to come out with a little bit more gas. Let's see, looks like the kicking team is coming out onto the field now.
So it'll be third and about 17 here for the Eagles. And after that good return, not the start they wanted, and they're set to punt this one away. Looks like it's the number 9, Justin Rowe. Getting ready to send this one back, and this is an important pickup here for the Riders as well, as the ball is kicked away on the far sideline. That one's going to get out of bounds.
It's definitely the start that these Riders want, coming out strong, shutting down that defense. Now hopefully their offense here can come and take it up just like they need to do, and what the Nepean team failed to do on the first drive here.
The quarterback for this Riders team is the number 7, Nathan Gagnon, and he will go to work here on this first drive for the Myers Riders after their defense did a good job of making a couple stops. Takes the high snap and hands it off on the first play, and he's got a bit of space up the middle, and that'll be a first down. And that's Heaven Moak with a big play here early on, and really setting the tone here earlier in this football game.
Now, I said earlier, the 5-yard plays are great to see. Now, that play there is also great to see. Well, really anything with forward momentum, there was going to be a penalty called. It looks like it's going to be offside. They're going to decline that. First down Riders at about the 50-yard line.
So they get into positive territory here, and they'll look to go right back to work as Gagnon in the shotgun takes the snap and will hand it off to Moak once again, but this time he is stopped behind the line, and looks like it's the number 56 getting in there for the Eagles, Jermaine Kerfont, and that's a big stop for the Eagles right after they give up a big play.
That is really, again, what they want to do so far is get back in there and stop any forward momentum like they did there, and that's all you can ask for, is getting some negative yardage on a play for the defense, not the offense.
So about 2nd and 15. Taking the snap as Gagnon floats that pass out there. Looked like it was intended for Moak, but it'll be incomplete, so now another third down long here.
It's hard to see if he was just trying to get rid of that. He had a little bit of pressure coming through. His O-line letting a little bit of leakage around the outside. But looks like the kicking team is coming onto the field now. We'd just like to take this time to thank our technical producer, Andrew Kiff, back at the studio. We couldn't do this without you.
The Kiffster. As there's the snap. It was a low snap, but he's able to get that punt away, and back to pick it up there is Deisman. And he'll work this one into the middle now. Avoids a couple of tackles, and another nice return there for the Eagles team as Deisman getting that one up to about the 52-yard line.
That Deisman back is the lone receiver there. It's great to see the heads-up football. He was able to get under that ball, catch it mid-stride, and take it upfield for another really good return for the Eagles. Another over 15-yard return.
So the Eagles will get the ball back. 8.5 to go here in this first quarter. We're at their own 51-yard line. In decent field position to start this drive. Take the snap, and it's a quick shovel pass, and it was dropped, but he picks it right back up. What a nice play there by Rowe. He's going to work towards the outside, and he'll go out of bounds and somehow gain positive yardage on that one.
Somehow on that play, gaining positive yardage. It looked like we saw in the background. It was dropped on the ground, rolling around. He was able to scoop it back up mid-stride. Another great heads-up play by this Eagles team. Looking like they've been working on taking stuff mid-stride and able to get positive yardage. That's not the play they were hoping to do, but it's definitely great to see.
So they pick up about 4 yards on that play, and nice hands by Rowe on that play, because he was pretty, like you said, able to pick that one up mid-stride as they take the snap. Once again, it's a shovel back to Rowe. He's going to look for some space into the middle, being tied up there, and he's going to go down. And what looks like a couple yards behind where they were at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1, or a loss of about a half a yard.
And so back to third down here for this Eagles team, and the defense for both of these teams doing a fairly good job here early on in this ball game with 7.5 to go in this first quarter.
So far being a very defensive-heavy game. Now, unfortunately, these defensive-heavy games are always, for football guys, they're the best, but for anybody who's not a fan of football, they are the most boring games that you can watch. There's not a lot of scoring. Another high snap there.
Rowe able to pick it up, though, and get the punt away. And once again, we'll put it out of bounds right around the Myers 40-yard line.
Will say this number 9, Rowe, has been on the field for, I think, almost all of the game so far. Finally now looks like he's going off for a rest, as he's been playing he was receiving kicks. He's a punter, receiver, and as well as taking a couple snaps as quarterback. Definitely a well-rounded player there for sure.
Yeah, definitely going to be a guy to look for as this game moves on. As Gagnon back under center now for Myers. Takes a snap, and it's a quick shovel back to Moak. He's going to break his way up through the middle, and that's a good run on first down, able to gain about 6 yards.
It's really good bringing into the second down. With 4 yards to go, looks like they're going to give them, the 6. So that is definitely what you want to see instead of your 2nd and 10. Now they're looking at a much better 2nd and 4.
And those kinds of runs really help you in the long run, just those small runs on first down. As Gagnon takes a snap once again, it's a shovel back from Moak. He's going to try and go towards the outside now, breaks a few tackles, and he's able to get this one past the first down marker, so it'll be a first down for the Riders.
It is, as you mentioned there, it's good to see these, in a game like this where both of the defenses are extremely well played. They're definitely going to want to do a lot of these short little runs and eat up as much time on the clock and then hopefully get into that score or into that end zone for the score. And that's how they'll win these football games, are those short little runs. The long passes look great, but they're just not practical with teams like this.
Exactly, and it's the sky's starting to open up a little bit, so it's a little bit more sunny.
It is starting to get a little bit sunny out there. I'm seeing blue skies. It's nice to see.
Now a handoff by Gagnon, and a nice little run there. Looks like it was Salati, listed as a wide receiver there, the number 61, able to get it up about 5 yards.
This Myers offense now showing that they are here, in fact, to play football, coming out strong in this their second drive of the game, hoping to end with some points here.
Gagnon takes the snap in the gun, immediately shovels it off to Moak, who breaks a tackle, now tries to get to the outside, and he is swallowed up right away there by Jesse Nova.
Looks like they're going to give it to the no yards gained on the play. He's got to back up at least to the line of scrimmage, so there's no negative there. And kicking team coming out now, as you see.
A 3rd and 5, and the punt team will come right back out there as Titus Deisman will go back to receive this kick for the Eagles. Had a decent return on his last attempt.
You can see here they have a back man to go down there and try and receive these punts back.
Punt looked like it was deflected there, and it'll be picked up there by the number 28, Giovanni Tanga.
A short punt there, only going about 10 yards from where it was kicked. Good, decent field position for the Eagles offense, hoping to come out and make something happen here. They've had a rough couple drives so far, but we can hope to see here a little bit of on their part.
And the ball pretty much staying within each team's 40-yard line in that midfield.
I don't think it's gone past the 30 yet.
Some excellent defense from both of these teams early on in this game.
It's given us a perfect view up here at the center line.
As Provost will drop it back for Rose. We'll look to throw this one, trying to get to the outside, and gets rid of it down the sideline. Not really anyone pretty much close to that one, so an incomplete pass.
Looks like it was intended to the number 11 player, but he was thrown a little bit short, thrown on the run. It's a well-rounded player still, number 9. Looks like that was the second time that he's gone to throw. Earlier when he tried to throw, he had to scramble it up, making, I believe it was a loss of a yard, unfortunately, but still good to see this heads-up football, knowing your surroundings and knowing when you have to run, and haven't seen any sacks so far.
Still 3:40 to go here in this first quarter, though, and it's 2nd and 10. Provost back, gets the snap, fakes the pass, now gets it over for Rose. Got some room on the outside as he breaks a tackle. Gets across midfield to the 50, down to the 40, and he'll be taken down right around the 34-yard line. And what a big play that was from the Eagles.
That was, And I will point out that he did break a tackle here at the line of scrimmage, bringing it for the first time past the 40-yard line.
Right about the 33-yard line, and it was a nice little fake there by the quarterback Provost, who kind of faked to shovel it off to his man on the left side, then just dropped it off for Rowe, who had some room after he broke that tackle at the line of scrimmage.
We'll say that's the prime example of why when you're tackling somebody, you need to make sure you finish through the tackle.
And another low snap, and once again, Provost is forced to just jump on top of this one to keep the ball.
Having issues with this damp field and the exchange between the center and quarterback whenever they're back in that shotgun formation. Something we saw last night that was quickly adjusted with the Raiders team last night, not able to take many snaps in the shotgun formation because of the wet field.
Provost now in the gun, gets the snap cleanly this time, but flags down right away. And it looks like it's going to go on the offense.
It's going to be, I believe it's going to be a procedure on the offense. It was blown dead right now.
Jesse in the command center here, going to have a quick replay of that big run. Here you see this gets Nepean in a huge block to spring number 9. Going to take you back to live action and back up to the booth with Josh Primo and Devin.
Have to go in this first quarter. Provost now under center. Takes the snap. We'll shove it off to Rowe. He's got some room up the middle now. Breaks a couple tackles now, has some room down the outside. And that is a big tackle there from Peter Raya as he's able to take Rowe down.
It's not quite good for that first down. It's going to be interesting to see here if the Nepean's going to send out the kicking team. They've got about 2 yards. They'll give it 1.5 yards to go. It looks like I see somebody coming in. Not sure if it's going to be kicking. It looks like that is a receiver coming in. So it looks to me like they're going to be going for it here.
And so an aggressive play call by offensive coordinator Jason Hudson to start this game for the Eagles. Got about 1.5 minutes to go in this first quarter, about a 1.5 yards to go to get that first down. Provost gets the snap, takes it himself.
Looks like he's gonna be good. Waiting for the huddle to clear out here. Officials looking at it now, signaling first down.
First down, and so Provost able to muscle that one himself.
I will say Provost is one of the smaller kids on the field, able to get underneath the legs there and put it through for that 1.5 yards to get the first down and keep this drive alive. It was a risky call that paid off for the Nepean Eagles offense. And
they're close enough now to the end zone to take some risks maybe, as it's dumped off right away, and having some room on that outside is number 33, although he's swallowed up pretty much right away. And that's David Auger with the catch. And he'll gain a couple of yards on the play, able to just keep himself up there as he was swallowed up by 4 or 5 riders, defenders.
Thrown, he didn't have anywhere to go. He turned around and was medial. It was actually a pretty good pass there, gaining about 6 yards.
Yeah.
And like as we've said, it's still first quarter, so they have time. They still have 3 more quarters, so they don't want to rush anything too badly here. Looking like they want to get a score before the quarter's out.
Taking the snap now, and once again it's shoveled back to Rose, trying to avoid some pressure, but he will be taken down, and that is a huge play for the Riders defense.
That was a huge loss on the play. 2 seconds left. Looks like they're going to have 1 play left. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be a punt as the last play of the quarter.
A huge tackle by Max Poplov getting in there. And this Riders defense, although they gave up that big play to Rowe, has hit a couple of nice stops here.
The shovel pass looks like it could be a beautiful play, but they're just having trouble executing it today. I'm not sure if it's pressure coming from the O-line, from the D-line coming through the O-line, or if it's just not working out today. But that does look like a kind of play that you would see pay off huge in other situations. Looks like it's going to be a time count violation. Really not what this Nepean team wants right now. penalties not being kind to this Nepean offense.
Yeah, and obviously that is something that they're going to have to rein in on as this game continues. It's been fairly lucky that the penalties haven't hurt them in a big way, really. Only, a couple of losses and on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, tensions are high here with the championships being on the line.
Rowe gets
high snap.
High snap once again. Able to get the punt off there, and it's picked up and kind of makes some space on the far sideline. Now breaks a tackle and cuts into the middle, and he is going to try and get this all the way down. Just past the 50-yard line, and a big tackle there by Rowe, the punter, but a huge play there for Myers. Beautiful
run on the play by Myers there, getting up the field at least 20 yards on that return. Here with where we are here on the exact number of the return, but that is a great return for this Myers special teams.
It's Peter Ryan, the number 64, able to take that one to about midfield.
Looks like they're going to be on their own
52-yard line.
They just swapped the fields over, so it made me think for a second.
Just having a look at that huge replay of the punt return, caught it on the fly and sets up Myers with a first down.
Big offside call.
Yeah.
Finally penalties going. Actually, no, still going against the Eagles.
The Eagles. The defensive side is what it looks like here. Is you can definitely tell jumped a little bit too early.
So you see that it's just tensions are high. They're excited. They're all here at the championship. Some of them it could be their first championship game, or some of them this could be one of their last, depending on what they plan to do in the next few years.
Yep.
Luckily with the Pee-wee, they still have a few years. But we saw last night in the midget, tension's really high for a lot of those guys because that was their last game in this league.
So it'll be first and about 5 as Gagnon once again under center. Takes the snap, and looks like he handed it off to Moak again, and he was swallowed up.
It's going to be a loss of 3 on that run.
It'll be second and about 7 here for this Riders offense. Both of these defense have been very good so far in this ball game as Gagnon will take the snap, shovels it off for Moak, who has some room on the near sideline, and he will take this one past the first-yard marker and a huge first down for the Riders there.
That is a statement there as well, showing that you may stop us one play, but we are still here and we're still on fire to play some football, and they are here 100% to win this game.
Absolutely, and Heaven Moak has been really the game breaker on offense for them.
Jesse here in the control room. We're going to go check that replay on a huge run by Myers. They're well in territory. A simple toss left, but they get the perimeter, and back to live action we go.
For the end of this game, but we will have to wait. Time will tell. As there's a handoff now and trying to take it on the outside there. This is number 85, Ari Kotkowski, getting to the sideline.
Decent run there. Made up some decent yards, about 5.
So that is a good run on first down, getting them some positive yardage, and a look to try and convert here on second down. Gagnon once again, under center. He takes the snap and we'll go back to pass as this one
looks like it's almost it was almost intercepted there. I'll have to wait to see on the replay here.
Just out of the reach of, looked like Moak was the intended target once again. And so it'll be third down now for this Myers team.
Both of these teams right now are going to have to switch up who they're handing off the ball here to, as they're keying up on the key players here, sending double coverage on them, which leaves somebody open.
Yeah.
Which is the art of football. They can double up somewhere, but there's always going to be the weakness somewhere else.
Exactly, as Deisman will be...
They're going to be going for it here.
Back to take the kick, but they're going for it as they quickly hand it off to Moak, who's going to throw it downfield. It just
dropped.
Dropped there by Mason Salati, and he was wide open.
A risky play that did not work out here, but that could have been A beautiful play right there. Still was a relatively beautiful play, even with the drop back.
And Jesse in the command center. Let's have a look at that replay really quick here. This is one that they would like to have back. The halfback pass, trying to catch the defense sleeping, but it goes incomplete. We're going to take you back to live action, and the boys in the booth, here we go.
Tightly contested affair.
Both defenses coming out huge in this game. Offense is taking just a little bit to warm up, but they're starting, we can see, to make some movement, adjusting
like
to the
screen
defenses.
pass there.
Good block by the number 9 there.
Looks like he'll lose about a yard there on that play on the little screen dish off there to Noah Portner.
Lose about a yard, but still a really good block there by the number 9 nonetheless. We'll look here at the replay again to see that on HSN. Number 9 coming in and blocking the number 52.
So about 8:45 to go here in this second quarter. As we mentioned, still scoreless. As Reed Provost will try to go to work here for this Eagles offense. Takes the shotgun snap, looking over the near sideline for Rowe, and it is deflected there, and a nice defensive play by Tanga.
It's hard to make those plays there, as you can see, throwing into double coverage. As we can see, they are definitely keyed up on Rowe. They're going to need to switch up who they're throwing it to. Be interesting to see who they're going to shake it up and play with.
So it'll be third down and about 11 for the Eagles here, as I imagine they'll be back to punt this one away.
Right now, I'd like to thank NCAFA Football League for letting us be here, as well as Jesse Carr at the ATSN for letting us hijack his broadcast.
As Rowe able to avoid a couple tackles there, gets that punt away. Doesn't look like he'll get a ton of yards on it, unfortunately.
You can see the spot will be just about the 50-yard line, going at where it went out of bounds with that punt. Lots of pressure there on the punt, or on the punter, on Rowe. Not what they wanted, not the punt they wanted to see. Keeping it in their zone, not able to get it out of their end.
So the Myers Riders will go to work here on the offense. It'll be the quarterback, Nathan Gagnon, trying to get his team going here in this second quarter. Motion now from the offense as it's pitched off to Moak, who's going to try and cut back towards the outside, and a big tackle there.
It looks like it's going to be about a loss of 1. They're both offenses still struggling to get going with these two powerhouse defenses.
So it'll be a second and 11.
A lot of great pressure coming from this Nepean, Nepean D-line. Brain's getting a little bit confused with all the teams I've been seeing this weekend.
And now they'll drop back to pass, has a man upfield, and what a nice catch that was. It's finally taken down, and a huge play by Ari Kotkowski to come away with that one, who seems a little shaken up after the play, but he's able to get it past the 20-yard line.
Jesse in the command center. Let's have a look at that huge completion. Gagne just steps back, finds his receiver. He's a tall quarterback, so he can see right over the O-line, and a great adjustment on a huge catch. Myers is threatening here. Back to the booth.
Takes the snap and dishes it off to Moak once again. He'll try to get his way down the outside, breaks a tackle, gets to the goal line, and he scores. It's a touchdown!
That is great to see Moak with the first touchdown of this football game. The Nepean side of the bench is silenced, but the Myers entire fan base up on their feet, cheering with their noisemakers as they line up for the PAT.
And that is a big score for Moak, who is able to break a few tackles going towards that outside sideline and just does a good job of staying up on his feet. And we'll await the field goal now.
Definitely looks like he broke at least 2 tackles on that play.
There's a high snap, and it's bobbled there. And it'll be recovered back by the placeholder, so they will not get the extra point. And extra points really were the difference in the game before. And so now Myers unable to get themselves an extra point, but they have the 6-0 lead here with 6:22 to go here in the second quarter.
We'll have to see on the replay here what that touchdown was when it comes up. Look to see how many tackles he did break. Our broadcast is just a minute behind on ATSN, which is fine.
And so Myers will be back to kick this one away. It'll be Ribeiro once again to try and send this one as deep as he can.
Second time both of these special teams have seen the field, and this Eagles returner has had great movement so far in the game. Interesting to see if they can do it again here and get another great return.
And so we'll see what how far Ribeiro can pin this one down. Is set to kick this one away, and it's a squibber. It'll be picked up now, and the Eagles are going to have a chance to try and run this one now towards the near sideline.
3 missed
Able
tackles.
to get through, and this could be a huge play here for the Eagles. As a big tackle there right around the 40-yard line, and a big return there for David Auger.
Great tackle there by the number 10 player for the Myers.
Jesse Card in the command center. Let's have a look at that huge return here. Picks it up. Defender just overruns it. He's trying to get contained. That's what he's taught to do, but you've got to be able to break down and make the tackle. Nepean back up to the booth.
Respond.
Giving them some good field position here as well.
It looks like Rowe in the
Another
quarterback
low.
position. Another low snap. He'll scramble this on himself. Trying to motion a receiver to get out and open, but a good job there as he is absolutely swallowed up by Peter Raya.
Like great block there by the offensive line. They don't get a lot of love, but that block there, I saw it up here, taking that inside player on the defensive line and just sending him head over tea kettle, and making an opportunity for a play there. Unfortunately, was not able to.
So Rowe now takes the shotgun snap, just to dish it off into the middle, has a man, and it's picked up. He'll be taken down, but a nice little play there as Jet Rose on the reception. And looks like he'll get back up to about 3rd and 8. And Rose will stay out there in the shotgun position. Looks like they're going for it on 3rd down. Another low snap. Rose with some big pressure. Raya unable to bring him down.
Tries to
and
get
he'll
rid
just
of it,
throw it away.
and it's intercepted.
It is actually completed.
Oh no, sorry.
There.
Completed. But it's still no good.
Yeah. And
Turnover on there.
Jesse Card in the command center. A quick game break update. The Midget Division I Championship is taking place right now in Montreal, and we have a score of 14-2 for the Orleans Rasmen over the North Shore Lions. We'll keep you informed on how that game goes. Now back up to Josh and Devin in the booth.
An interception, but with all the different colors, who knows what's going on anymore.
About 4:40 to go here in the second quarter. Gagnon gets the snap, hands it off to Moak. Just to bust his way up the middle. Has about 4 or 5 guys on him now. He's finally taken down.
Was dragging that number 10 player, that number 50 player up the field at least 3 yards, and number 56 for the Eagles was down, but he decided he's fine.
Just a little bit shaken up at the end of that play. So couple gains about 4 yards on that play.
Could also just be a little bit upset with the gains. It happens.
It's a heated affair here in the championship game. As Gagnon in the gun and gets the snap, once again dishes it off to Moak.
Lots of pressure.
Cut his way up the middle, runs into his own man, but now has some space on the outside. Gets away from a tackle and is able to get that one
for the first down.
past the first down marker, and what a run that was.
It's going to be spotted at the 54. Sorry, 53. It's this athlete there for sure making something out of nothing. He had pressure in the backfield. He was able to, looks like that was supposed to be an up-the-middle play, but he had to send it up the outside. Just the O-line not able to get a hole on this defense.
Gagno now under center here on first down. Gets the snap and hands it off up the middle there. Trying to break through and get some room was Mason Salati. He's stopped after a gain of about 4 yards.
They're going to place it at the 50-yard line.
About a 3-yard gain on the play here, so it'll be second down. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. Myers with a 6-0 lead as they scored in their last drive, trying to do the same thing on this one.
Tell you what, those O-linemen are definitely having some fun right now. I know for sure these running games are always the most fun. You're going to get down there, you're going to get physical.
Smoke now breaking towards the outside, and once again, looks like he's going to have a first down for this Riders team at about the 40-yard line. And seeming to have an alley on the near sideline as both of his big plays on this drive have come on that side.
Jesse in the command center here. Let's have a quick look at that replay. They're starting to open things up. Great seal block there. Running back cuts it up. We're going to take it back to the booth for live action, but Myers on the charge.
To make this a two-score game.
Play action there from Gagno. The throw down the field, and looked like it was almost intercepted. There is a flag down on the play.
Looks like they're going to call some sort of pass interference there. Throwing again into double coverage.
It looked like Chase Rothwell for the Eagles was back to try and intercept that one. It looked to me like he was hauled down from the back, so it'll be interesting to see what the official call is.
Official keeping that place there. Automatic first down.
So pass interference on the defense. And so the ball will be
brought up 15 yards.
And this is a big play, and this penalty could prove costly for Nepean as they look like they had that one covered.
Was definitely, like I've been saying all game, penalties are going to be a killer in this game, and it's been proven to be true for this Eagles team. 3-minute warning now.
As Gagno back in the shotgun position. Gets the snap and will dish it off to Moak, who is pretty much swallowed up right away. It stays on his feet, and now he's taken out and he fumbled it. And it looks like Nepean has it. The fumble is recovered. What a play.
Rogue shaking up with that, not happy with that play. Giving this Nepean Eagles team some fire, and hopefully get them into this halftime.
Jesse in the command center. Let's have a quick look at this fumble by Myers. The defender just gets on him. Oh, and just as he tries to spin out of the tackle, the ball comes loose. It's cold and it's hard to keep on top. Back to the booth with Josh and Devin.
The shotgun gets the snap. Has to move towards the near sideline. He is pressured right away and just tries to dump this one off. Looking there for Portner, unable to get it to him. So an incomplete pass, and we'll see 2nd and 10 here. So 2:28 to go here in this second quarter.
This is the first half of the ball game has been a good one for sure. Keeping all the fans on the edge of their seats. This game definitely not going to be a blowaway in any direction as of right now.
And it looks like there's
going to be some movement of the sticks.
Yeah, it looks like there's a penalty on the defense there. So the yardsticks will move up, and the Eagles will be in just a little bit better field position.
Still just in their own zone, but hopefully we can change that right here.
Snap is dished off to Rose. Going to try to break up that far sideline. Stays up on his feet and gets to about just past the 50-yard line.
It's hard to see with all these players and officials here in the way where exactly the spot was, but it's coming out now to about the 52.
So it'll be about a yard away from the first down, so 2nd and 1 here for this Eagles team, and this could be a big play for the Eagles as they're trying to get their way up the field.
this is the kind of play that'll be interesting to see if they're going to try and go for something big and risk it with the sneak, or if they're just going to do something short here to get over that line.
Provost back to get the pass. He dishes it off to Rowe, who's got his man downfield, but just out of his reach. Once again,
answers my question there. Definitely going to try and go for something big.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not paying off, so now they're stuck with a 3rd and 1 situation.
Looking for Portner there on the near sideline, just unable to connect those two, and so it'll be 3rd and 1, and this is a big play in this ball game here with just under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Third and 1, and it looks like they're going to try and do another up the middle.
And Provost gets the snap, looks like Rowe.
Not sure here. It's right in front of us, but I really can't tell what that's going to be. Getting up here just to look.
It looks like it will be spotted just short of the first down.
Spotted just short. We'll see. Turnover on downs.
And so Myers will get the ball back with 1:48 to go in the second quarter, and they'll try to extend their lead.
The Eagles there just short of keeping that drive alive.
Jesse here in the command center. We're going to step aside just for a moment for a commercial break and then be back with the conclusion of the second quarter.
You think it's an accident? You think it's luck? You think it matters where you play? How good your teammates are? There's no showcase event needed here.
Back in the shotgun position,
This
gets the
broadcast
snap.
is brought to you in part by
Looking
House
downfield, and this pass is caught. What a nice catch that was. Looks like Eric Kodkowski with the reception on the far sideline and able to move the sticks way down to about the 30-yard line.
It's just when we think that they're not going to be coming alive and not going to be playing their best football here going into the end, they're coming out with big passes like that down the field. Definitely showing that this Myers offense has woken up.
Good look at that catch right at the tail end. Very lucky play there. Back to that match.
So Gagnon once again back in the shotgun position. We'll hand this one off to Moak.
Lots of pressure.
Busts up the middle and a nice tackle there.
Pressure
Moak looked like he had some room.
Pressure does absolutely nothing to them. They've, as if they weren't even there, just ran right past them with a great gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3rd.
It'll be 2nd and about 3 here for this Riders offense, trying to extend their lead going into the half. As it'll be Gagnon now under center. About 1:10 to go. Gets the snap and
back to pass.
Lots of pressure there, and this pass is just incomplete. Looked like it could have been intercepted there, but some very good pressure there by the defensive line there of the Eagles, able to force him to throw that one away, really.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit tired here, both sides of the ball. Now you can tell the offensive lines, those big guys have been marching up and down the field, doing a lot of hard work, and now it is starting to show that they are getting tired.
So about 1 minute to go here in this second quarter. Gagnon gets the shotgun snap and dishes it off to Moak, who is pressured right away, and he goes down for a big loss, and that is a huge stop for the Eagles defense with exactly 1 minute to go in the second quarter.
That's exactly what this Eagles team needed now in this first half. Try and get into the halftime with score, and if they get that PAT, it will be up. But time will tell what happens here.
And it'll be interesting to see here whether or not they try to open up the field with a big play. Only got 1 minute left. Although Myers will get the ball at the start of the second half.
It's really hard to see in plays like this, because with football, that minute could feel like an hour out on that field depending on how they make this go. It's like they're going to try and do it with runs.
Swallowed up right away there. It'll be Justin Rowe once again. So it looks like he'll gain about 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Clock is running, and there's a little bit of confusion here in the huddle, not able to get their play. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to have to call a timeout here, risk getting a penalty. Lining up now.
Getting the snap, but he dropped it, and once again forced to just jump on it. That was Provost. Once again, and it's just not what you want for this Eagles offense.
Leading them down to a 3rd down, and definitely not what they want for this offense. Getting these opportunities but not able to capitalize, losing about 4 yards on that one.
Jesse in the command center, timeout. We're going to take a quick step aside and thank some of the sponsors of this broadcast.
Titan Performance Center. Register for their off-season football program before November 4th and receive a free Titan hoodie. Limited roster. Message Titan to claim your spot.
Giving this Myers a chance to score again before the half to grow their lead to a 2-point game, or 2-score game.
So Rowe gets the punt and he booms this
Booms
one.
it down over the heads.
And it looks picked up by Raya, who's going to try and return this one back. And a nice stop. Gains about 10 yards on the return from where he picked it up to his own 50-yard line.
So now he's got 15 seconds left in this half to try and get the ball in the end zone. Reminder, they will be getting the ball back at the half, or at the end of the half, start of the 3rd quarter.
And so this is a very big play here, very big drive for this Riders offense. We've seen they've had just a little bit more success through the air than the Eagles have, with a couple of big plays down the field. And we'll see if they try to look to Ari Kotkowski or if they try to hand it off for Evan Moak.
It's going to be interesting to see here. Looks like they're going to be going for a big pass back in a shotgun formation.
And Moak will air this one out downfield, looking for Kotkowski. It's bobbled, and it's
intercepted.
intercepted.
Giving this Eagles a chance. He's down. He is down. Giving them one more play of the half with 2 seconds left, so that's going to be good for one more play for the Eagles. Just like to remind everybody.
Jesse, the command center. Let's have a look at that pick. Myers going for it. Sets up, fires it deep into heavy traffic, and it's bobbled a couple times. We're going to take you back to live action here because Nepean's got the ball with not much time in the half. Back to the booth.
Rothwell and the Eagles back the ball. It'll be interesting to see what they try and do here.
He's making up for that penalty he got against earlier.
Provost gets the snap, will throw it off, and they'll lateral back to Rowe, who's still on his feet trying to get up that far sideline, but he'll be taken out of bounds.
No penalties on the play, so that is the end of the half. I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the first half coverage. We'll be back right after these songs. Kiff, take it away.
Jesse Card in the command center here for the broadcast. It is halftime, score of 6-0, a tight, low-scoring game for the PEEWEE A Cup championship here. As the sun starts to come back out, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Go ahead and help us promote football by sharing this on your social media news feed. It's a simple thing to ask, and it makes a big difference. If you engage with the content online, the algorithms love it, and a lot of people that don't know how good football in the city is will start to see it on their social media. I'm Jesse Card on behalf of the entire HESN crew. We're going to take a quick step aside to thank some of our sponsors and looking at the Hall of Fame inductees for 2019 of NCAFA. Hope you enjoy.
You think it's an accident? You think it's luck? You think it matters where you play? How good your teammates are? There's no showcase event needed here. Keep it simple. Stay focused. Message us on Facebook to join Team U.
This year, NCAFA is celebrating 3 individuals who have made an enduring impact on the development of football in Ottawa and the lives of thousands of youth. NCAFA wishes to congratulate longtime Bel Air Lions and Norseman president John Smith on being inducted into the NCAFA Hall of Fame. Join us on November 1st when your Ottawa Red Blacks play the Montreal Alouettes, and help us congratulate John Smith on his incredible community achievements. John Smith started coaching in 1971 for the Bel Air Lions Mosquitoes. A good friend asked him to come out and help at practice one night. He was invited out for a second practice, and 48 years later, John continues to advocate for football in Ottawa and run the Bel Air Lions Football Club. John has always been a fan of the game of football, and coaching with friends and being a positive influence in kids' lives is a fulfilling way to spend his time. When asked to reflect on some of his favorite memories over the years, John recalled the first year the Lions Club fielded a tyke program. John recalls there wasn't much money, so the tyke team was forced to wear surplus mosquito equipment and white practice pants. All the other levels had white practice pants, but on game days they wore black pants to match the club's black and gold colors. Midway through the season, John and his coaches dug up enough black pants for their tyke team and surprised them one night at practice. The kids were absolutely ecstatic, jumping up and down with joy. In that moment, John realized how important it was for these kids to feel a part of the club by wearing the black and gold team colors, and how football can provide an identity for kids to feel a part of something bigger than themselves, to be a part of a football club. Join us on November 1st when your Ottawa Red Blacks play the Montreal Alouettes, and help us congratulate John Smith on his incredible community achievements. We encourage everyone to head on over to Facebook and join the NCAFA alumni group, share pictures, and carry on the rich tradition of football in Ottawa. This year, NCAFA is celebrating 3 individuals who have made an enduring impact on the development of football in Ottawa and the lives of thousands of youth. NCAFA wishes to congratulate longtime Nepean Eagles and formerly Redskins president and NCAFA president Stephen Dean on being inducted into the NCAFA Hall of Fame. Join us on November 1st when your Ottawa Red Blacks play the Montreal Alouettes, and help us congratulate Steve Dean on his induction into the NCAFA Hall of Fame. Steve became involved in football as a result of his kids wanting to play sports. Initially, it was his son wanting to play tackle football. Later on, his daughter joined the girls' touch football program.
Well, like most people, I think, we had a son or a daughter that was interested in playing. My son was 9 years old, played for a club in Barrhaven, and came out and said, Dad, I want to play football. And I joined a bunch of other fathers with kids of the same age, and that started the whole event of me being involved with football as long as I have.
Steve's love for the game certainly influenced his kids, and that dynamic has kept him involved these many years.
NCAFA is an all-volunteer organization that offers organized tackle, touch, flag, and cheer programs in our community, whereas the objectives of this organization include the promotion of health, fitness, respect, and fair play to the youth in our city, whereas the association is celebrating its 60th anniversary in 2015.
Steve cherishes so many memorable moments looking back on his time with football and NCAFA. He loved coaching, working as a club president and NCAFA league president. To sum it all up, Steve says, "What I can say is that I have met so many great people in the sport of football. Players, parents, coaches, and volunteers. All who have made my time in NCAFA very memorable."
When I first started, we had weight limits. We had age calculations based on a mid-year number, and we had an overage underweight category. All of these things were put in place for various reasons. But what we found was they started restricting the number of players from participating in the game. So one of the big issues was obviously weight limits. We took that out in early 2000s, and have never looked back. So it became a much more inclusive sport, boys and girls, and players of a certain weight or age got to play with their peers and not have to move around as much as we did in the past. So that to me was probably the most significant change I've seen. Well, it's very humbling. I think when you look back at the number of volunteers that have come through the organizations that support NCAFA, we're up to 15 clubs this year, 65 tackle teams, 2,000 players, 2,000 plus players, 400 coaches. We've got a full girls touch football program, 22 teams, another couple hundred girls. Cheerleading is growing. I think we've got about 100 cheerleaders within about 5 clubs. So it's become a league that started with 4 tackle teams, has grown into quite a bit and quite a bit more. And I think the key thing to me is how inclusive it's become. It's not just a male-dominated sport. We have girls on the tackle teams. We've got a full girls touch football program. And here we are entering 60 years, and we hope to be around for another 60.
Join us on November 1st when your Ottawa Red Blacks play the Montreal Alouettes, and help us congratulate Steve Dean on his induction into the NCAFA Hall of Fame. This year, NCAFA is celebrating 3 individuals who have made an enduring impact on the development of football in Ottawa and the lives of thousands of youth. NCAFA wishes to congratulate longtime Myers Riders president Sandy Ruckstall on being inducted into the NCAFA Hall of Fame. Join us on November 1st when your Ottawa Red Blacks play the Montreal Alouettes, and help us congratulate Sandy Ruckstall being inducted into the NCAFA Hall of Fame. Sandy first got involved with Ottawa football in 1981 when his son Steve showed interest in playing football and registered at the Pee-wee level for the Sooners, where he played 1 season. Steve graduated to Bantam in 1982, and they had to move to the Myers territory for the Bantam program, where Sandy helped out as a volunteer, always being around to help and never missing a moment. In 1983, the Myers Riders were seeking a new club president, so Sandy decided to put his hat in the ring, and in only his 2nd year with the Myers Riders, he became the president. Sandy loved the game of football, and growing up, he played football in high school, where he once won the COSSA championship. When his son expressed interest in playing football, it gave Sandy the opportunity to become involved as a volunteer. Looking back on so many fond memories of being involved with the Ottawa football community, one of the best football memories for Sandy had to be the 5-for-5 season in 2008. At the NCAFA levels, Tyke, Mosquito, Pee-wee, and Bantam all celebrated 8 Cup City championships, and the Junior Riders celebrated their provincial championship in the QMJFL. For those closest to Sandy, they described him as a generous, giving, and caring person. Sandy Ruckstall was a pillar in the football community and an icon whose vision has shaped amateur football in Canada. His leadership as president of the Myers Riders for 37 years led to winning 59 championships, seeing 60 players go off to play pro football, and helping hundreds of players get to university to achieve a university degree while pursuing their passion for football. Above all, he was the heart and soul of Ottawa's community football scene. He was compassionate, caring, and he always was there for young men of the community, helping players in need. If they wanted to play football, Sandy Ruckstall would find a way to make it happen. It didn't matter if they had money or not. He would find a way to have them on his team. Join us on November 1st.
And we are back with the second half of the Pee-wee A-Cup Championship between the Nepean Eagles and the Myers Riders. We're going to take you down and up to the booth with Josh Primo and Devin. Enjoy the second half.
Retired players. This looks like it'll be Rowe to send this one away for the Eagles.
It's like the Raiders ready to receive. First time we've seen this team out. Interested to see how they're going to perform.
And not a huge kick, and this ball is fumbled, and did Nepean get on that?
Not sure, looking for an official. Looks like Nepean got on it.
Nepean got the ball.
Recovering the ball.
And what a huge play that is for them.
Start coming out, showing that they are here for this first half of football. Can only imagine some of the speeches coaches were giving them back in the end zone.
And not necessarily an onside kick, but it works as such, and really a huge recovery for this Nepean Eagles team as they're going to get to work here on the offensive side of the ball, and probably arguably the best field position they've had of the evening.
I believe that is going to be the Myers Riders' second fumble resulting in a turnover, which is unfortunate for them.
So Provo's going to dish this one off on the near sideline, trying to push forward there, but he's finally swallowed up there as it was the number 19 Orr Portner on the reception, looking like he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Fault there. I noticed, was watching number 19 there, and his eyes seemed to be glued onto the second yard marker, or the yard markers, which is really not what you need to be doing when you're running the ball. It was a decent run, but he's really got to try and get those eyes up the field, look for the green, and head straight for that.
Absolutely is. About 11 minutes to go here in this third quarter, and Eagles offense trying to get something going here as receivers in motion. Provo gonna hand it off now to Portner, gonna try and break out the outside, and a huge tackle there by the number 52, Lucas Liu, getting up there.
And Jesse in the command center here, gonna take a quick look at that replay, and a great tackle by the Myers Riders defender. Chasing him down and going low on the tackle, back to live action and back to the booth.
So now Rowe will be back to punt it away here for the Eagles. Delivers a nice punt just right out in front of the Riders bench, and is picked up, and a return of about 5 or 6 yards. And there's the number 28 there, Mateo Kozik, for the Myers Riders, and the Myers offense will go back to work here with 10 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Myers getting the ball now in the huddle, looking to, they've had some successful drives so far, definitely looking to capitalize on those drives and that turnover right there.
Gagnon getting the snapple right away, pretty much every official throwing their flag.
Doesn't look like it's going to be a good start for the Myers team here, as it was blown dead right away. Looks like it's going to be procedure on the offense, which is not what they wanted to see here to get their first bit underway. At least they will keep the down, so it's going to be 1st and 15, moving back 5.
And so this is a pretty big play here for this Eagles defense. Gonna try and shut this Riders offense down, and they've done a good job of that so far, only allowing 6 points. And they've also had a couple of turnovers, got the interception and a couple fumble recoveries as it's dished off to Moke, who's gonna throw it, and he's got a man and has some room up the field, gonna try and break it down the near sideline. That is a big play to the number 45, Jacob Clark, a huge reception there.
It's always good to see these kids.
Command center. Let's have a quick look at that huge reception by Myers. You can see the halfback pass again. They go to it. This time they find an open receiver down the field for the catch. Back to the booth, and here we go, live action.
So it'll be Gagnon back in the shotgun position as Myers offense will continue to go to work. And now looking over on the far side, that one was bobbled a couple of times. Looked like the intended target was Kotkowski once again.
Looked like it was almost going to be a catch there, but then it just bobbled up out of his hands and unfortunately onto the turf.
Yeah, falling backwards, probably not the easiest play for Kotkowski. Is
definitely not. I can only imagine. I don't think I could be a receiver falling back without putting hands to keep myself from doing it.
Absolutely. So Gagnon in the shotgun once again. Will hand it off to Moke, who's going to try and bust that one up the far side. Avoids a tackle, and now will continue to try and move forward. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get the first down.
It's going to be close. We'll see what the spot is.
It'll be, looks like
third
it'll be
and 2.
3rd and 2, so it'll be interesting to see what the call is from offensive coordinator Mike Brown.
They are up in this game. Looking like they're going to go for it here.
Yeah,
trying to extend their lead.
So 3rd and 2, and this could be a big play for both of these teams. There's Gagnon now under center. Gets the snap. We'll try to throw this one up the middle. It's intercepted. It's Xander Bertrand on the interception. He's got some room to move it up the field, and a huge play there for the Eagles defense.
Tackled by the number 3, who looks like he's hurt himself. A little shaken up. Almost immediately showing signs of pain after getting hit.
command center and Jesse Card. Let's have a look at that huge Nepean interception here. It's a one-step drop. He lets it go a little bit too early. He did have an open receiver if he would have led him a little bit further, a couple yards in front of him. Instead, it's underthrown and intercepted by the Nepean Eagles defender. And a man down on the field. Let's go back to the booth where Josh and Devin can update us on the status of the player.
Okay. And it is a big play from that Eagles defense.
Looking like it's going to be something to do with his chest and stomach area. Could have just been the wind knocked out of him. It was a pretty big hit.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. Training staff now down with him, sitting him up.
No.
Like he got on the wrong side of that one as he was taken down, kind of fell awkwardly. And
looks like he's coughing a little bit down there, so it definitely looks like he got the wind knocked out of him. Standing up now, getting off the field on his own accord. Round of applause for him. Moving pretty slow. I'm sure we'll see him back in just 3 plays. NCAFA rules, once you're injured, you go off for 3 plays, and then you can come back.
Yep, and so this is really a big time in this ball game. 7:50 to go in the third quarter. Eagles have the ball back.
After the interception there, I definitely see where the offensive coordinator was coming from there, trying to extend the lead, because that 6 points is not secure.
Yeah.
In football. That can go in a matter of seconds. Definitely trying to get that one-score buffer in there. Unfortunately, unsuccessful.
Provo with the quick handoff there to Portner, who's got some room up the middle, and a big play on first down. Looks like he's going to get about 8 or 9 yards.
That is the kind of play that this Eagles team has been needing.
Jesse in the command center. Let's have a quick look at that play. What a cut this number 19 made there. He saw daylight. Even though the play was designed perhaps to go to the outside perimeter, he saw the hole and cut up. Good job. Back to the booth.
It'll be Provo under center once again. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Rowe. He's going to try and bust this one up the middle. Looks like he does have the first down.
It's going to be good for the first down. Officials motioning for the first. Just good for the first. Ball spotted almost exactly on the 45-yard line.
So this is a big first down there for this Eagles team as they try to get themselves some momentum on the offensive side of the ball, and really have been unlucky on the offensive side, and they've been shut down fairly well by the Riders D. As Provo once again under center. The quick shovel off to Rowe, who's going to try and get out to the outside, and he is swallowed up and taken down right away. And another big defensive play there for Lucas Liu.
This has been the problem for the Eagles all day so far. It's coming down, getting 2 or 3 really big plays right after another, and then 1 or 2 bad ones in a row, and it's just really it's hurting their offense pretty bad, and also hurt their defense earlier on in the game when they got scored on after having a rougher play for them. Definitely can see why they are here, though, with the potential that is being shown out on this field. Both of these teams definitely deserve to be here. Great players.
And so this one is taken and dished back off the roll. Looks like he's going to throw, and a beautiful defensive play to disrupt that one. And it's the number 21.
Number 21 almost intercepting that ball there. It was a great defensive play. Heads-up football. Saw the ball coming. Made the read. Got on his man.
Look at that replay as a former defensive back. Just a great play here, especially when it's a fake toss and it's a halfback pass. There's a tendency to want to come up and make a play on the tackle. Instead, the defender stays in coverage. Beautiful coaching, beautiful play. Back up to the booth.
As Rowe will be back to punt.
Looks like there was a little bit of confusion when he went to kick.
Able to get that one away, and it's picked up, and he's swallowed up pretty much right away.
Number 35 there with it was dangerously high tackle that could have gone either way. As an official for this level, they do call high tackles relatively quickly, but looks like he got away with that one there.
It was Moses Manzare on the punt reception, able to get a couple yards up, and once again the Eagles defense forced to try and make a big defensive stop here. And Heaven Moak is out there. It was nice to see for Myers Riders fans. And he's going to get the ball right away. Tries to bust up the middle, able to get through.
Going to be a flag on the play, though.
Fights his way for about 5 or 6 extra yards. And able to get the first down.
Unfortunately, it's going to be called back. Officials holding on the offense, so that's going to be called back. This is an exact example on how penalties can kill drives, killing momentum, making a 15-yard gain, a loss of 10.
Yeah, and that is not something that you want for the Myers Riders offense after a big play from Heaven Moak, who was taken off the field and was injured on the last offensive drive, and gets a big play, and now unfortunately be taken back.
It is good to see these players coming back after going off, though. You hate to see the injuries at this level, especially.
So Gagnon getting the snap, and he's going to look downfield for Kotkowski, and he has it!
Caught!
What a catch by Kotkowski!
It's going to be a beautiful catch. We're going to look at the AGSN feed here, but that was, I believe, thrown in.
Need to take a look at that play. A huge catch to give the Myers Riders a first down. Great protection. And up in double coverage, he comes down with the pass. Back up to the booth with Josh and Devin with the call.
Double coverage on that play.
And so Gagnon once again back to take the snap under center. Gets the snap, but the defensive players, they're jumping right away. And so flags are out and play is blown right away, but it'll be procedure on the offense. And so once again, another penalty on this Myers Riders offense.
This is a drive of penalties for sure. I think that's the third penalty now on this drive that unfortunately hasn't really moved very far. They've had a couple big plays on it, one of them being called back and one of them being the pass that was caught. A beautiful pass, by the way.
Beautiful pass, nice reception, but now they'll be tasked with about 2nd and 7 here to try and get themselves across the first down marker, and another flag.
Another flag on the play, blown dead right away, so it leads me to believe that it's going to be another procedure.
And right away, everyone pretty much with a collective in the crowd.
Proceed offside on the Riders again, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Another tough call going.
Making that 4 penalties on the drive.
Yeah, going. So this is another tough task here for this Myers Riders offense. They did have a nice gain through the air on one of their, I guess their last play, really, other than the 2 penalty calls. And so Gagnon in the shotgun position, looks like he's going to be back to pass once again. Airing this one out in the middle of the field and just out of the reach of Kotkowski, so it's incomplete. And so it'll be 3rd down and 11.
It's hard to believe that anything could be out of the reach of Kotkowski with the height on him, but thrown just above his hands there. We've seen that a lot this weekend with the passes coming out just a little bit high. It happens a lot with young quarterbacks, just learning their arm. Lining up now to punt it away.
So it'll be Titus Deisman once again to receive this punt on the low snap. Able to get it off. Deisman back to pick it up. Has a man on him, but able to get past him. Gonna try and bust this one up the middle of the field. Breaks a couple tackles and stays up on his feet. Able to get this one down to about the 35-yard line, and a very nice return, although there is a flag on the play.
It would appear that flag was after the reception, so I believe I didn't see it before. We'll see officials talking about it.
So legal block
in the back, but that'll be after reception, so it'll be at the point of the foul, and it'll go back 15 yards.
So,
5 yards.
At about the 49-yard line here for this Eagles offense that will look to go to work here with under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. So once again, another important drive for the Eagles offense if they're going to have any chance of getting themselves in this game. Luckily, their defense has been very solid, and really that's been the difference in this game.
Defense really able to keep them in this game for sure. And penalties there also keeping them in this game.
As Rowe gets the snap and has some room up the middle, so tries to fight his way through and will get about 5 or 6 yards on the carry. And maybe even more, as
looks like it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Yeah, able to get it out to
it's almost 8 yards on the carry.
Control booth. I want to take a look at that play because I think they found something. This quarterback's so mobile. Sometimes you just want to go pass play, give him permission to take off with it at any time, and they might get some success with the delayed quarterback draw. Back to live action.
That's the third.
Rolling the shotgun, now gets the snap.
He's going to be running it.
Calls his own number there and able to get free. Has some room towards that far sideline, and he will get the first down.
That's a first down plus some, so that is really good for this Nepean offense. Definitely now here and starting to fire on all their cylinders.
So about a minute and 45 to go in this third quarter. Nepean trying to capitalize here on this drive. Rowe in the quarterback position once again, in the shotgun position. Will await the snap here. And once again, trying to roll out to his left. As
he's down far. He's going to try and get rid of it there. He's going to keep it.
Swallowed up. I don't know how he's staying on his feet. Now he throws it away.
Interesting to see. Are they going to give him a flag? They're not going to give him the flag for intentional grounding. Guessing they are seeing that the number 27 was close enough to call that a pass in his direction.
Yeah, so luckily Rowe is able to stay up and able to keep this one now to 2nd and 10 rather than being second at about 20, because he was quite far back from the line of scrimmage.
He was right about where the huddle is now, 10 yards back from the ball. And that would have been a devastating play for this offense right now. That play there keeping them at least in.
So Rowe once again back in the shotgun position. Gets the snap. Play action there. Will try to roll out to his right. And he fumbles it! And this ball is all over the place. It looked like...
So after the fumble, the ball going into the air about 5 or 6 feet.
And it looked like Nepean got the ball back and got a first down.
Not how they wanted that first down to happen, but I guess whatever works.
And there's
keeping this drive alive.
Devin, there could...
And Jesse back in the command center. We have to see what happened there with the fumble. We'll check it out in a couple minutes. We'll come back and see how they got the first down on the fumble. Back to the booth with Josh.
I'd like to see that play as a drawn play now.
Rowe gets the snap. Fakes the handoff, and he is taken down right away, and that is a big tackle there. Peter Raya.
Interesting to see. Looks like he was looking for a running back to hand that ball off to who just wasn't there.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion deciding that he was going to run it up himself after not seeing. That is the end of the quarter now. Going into the final quarter of this game. Game still 6-0.
It'll be the final play of the third quarter here.
Looking to see it's going to be 2nd and 15.
A tough loss there for the Eagles for sure. As Rowe once again back in the shotgun position. Gets the snap.
Going for a pass.
Looking like he's trying to pass. Forced once again to roll right. Has a man down towards the 10-yard line. Unable to
connect there. But the O-line for this Nepean team having issues holding back the Myers defensive line. Could be a mixture of being tired. They've been doing a lot of...
And back in the control booth. Let's have a look at the fumble and first down recovery of the ball. It looked like it was stripped by that Myers defender there. Oh, and the other Myers defender tipped it up in the air, and then the Eagles were able to get back on it. But that's the change of the quarter. We're going to take it back to live action here, and we're going to step aside just for a moment for a quick shout out to a sponsor of the program.
You think it's an accident? You think it's luck? You think it matters where you play? How good your teammates are? There's no showcase event needed here. Keep it simple. Stay focused. Message us on Facebook to join Team U.
underway now here in this
Fourth quarter.
fourth quarter here as Rowe back in the shotgun position. They're going to go for it in 3rd and long. Once again, that offensive line breaking down. Rowe has some room though on the outside. Going to try and get it up the field. Breaks a tackle.
It looks, the fans reacting as if he made it. It's going to be interesting to see here.
And he did. It's a
made the
first down.
Keeping
And
the
a
drive
huge
alive.
play.
Huge play by Rowe. Huge risk by that offensive coordinator, showing that he is not afraid to take risks. That's countless risks they've taken now on those plays. This one paying off.
Jason Hudson, the offensive coordinator for this Nepean Eagles team, as they'll be in 1st and goal at about the 6 or 7 yard line. So it's an important couple of plays here for this Eagles team, as once again it'll be Rowe back in the shotgun. Gets the snap.
Rowe taking it again.
Rolling out to his right, and he is taken down.
Swallowed up. Looks like he's gonna make some yards on the play still. Making about half the distance to goal, so they 2nd and 3 to the goal line.
So once again, another big player on 2nd down. Looks like there's a player down.
It's going to be the number 36 for the Riders, I believe.
And we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break and be back to check on the condition of this Myers Riders defender.
Will try and punch this one in.
A little bit of confusion on the Myers defense.
Looks like Provo is out there once again now under center. He gets the snap, dishes it off to Rowe, and he is able to get it through. It's a touchdown, Eagles! And this is a tie ball game.
Tie ball game, going to the point after to see. Personally, I would go for 2, showing that your runners can do it. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do here, if they're going to go for the 2 or if they're going to kick it.
Looks like they're going to try and kick this one in to get the extra point.
That extra point will put them in the lead. Not a huge lead, the lead by 1.
Yeah, but their defense
but
has been
lead nonetheless.
Yeah, very strong as well, and it'll be the number 25, Jet Rose, to try and kick the extra point. And snap is good, but he falls on the kick and unable to get it through, and so this game is tied.
Tied ball game. Be interesting to see if we can see our first overtime possibly of the championships this year. There's been countless games so far, and so far none of them have gone into overtime. The last game was close, but it still did not go in. So it'll be interesting to see if we're going to see an overtime here. Which, unfortunately, overtime will really mess with our broadcasting schedule. But we can fix that as we come to it.
So the Eagles will kick this one away here. PA announcer trying to continually get us fired up.
Trying to get some action into the crowd. Working a little bit, as you can hear.
As this game is tied up at 6.
Adjusting the place of the ball to the center.
Looks like it's going to be Rowe to send it off for the Eagles. Only his 2nd kickoff of the evening.
Looks like he's going to be trying to send it deep to his right.
And it's a little squib attempt, and bouncing ball now picked up. The number 45 of the Riders, and he is swallowed up right away. As Jacob Clark, who was taken down, but able to hold on to the ball, and so Myers now going to try and go to work on the offense after having given up their first score of the game.
Not much that 45 there, number 45 for the Raiders could have, or sorry, for Riders could have done. There he was swallowed up. There was about 3 color blue players in front of him, making it a little bit difficult for his to get any return on that.
Gagnon takes the snap and will dish it off to Moak. Trying to work his way over the outside and has some room. And breaks a tackle and continues to go. And a huge takedown there.
Huge run. Good to see that he was not lost. Oh, wait. There was a fumble. Was there a fumble on the play?
Yeah, it looks like a fumble has
there
been
was a
recovered.
Fumble
and we'll
on
look
the play.
to see
It was recovered by the...
So a huge play. It is a fumble recovery.
Devastating play. Sort of, it sounds we're just trying to figure out what our officials at field are doing.
And so Rowe now going to go to work on the offense. Has some room up the middle. Does he have space? Yes, he does. To the 40, down to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, I'll tell you, Rowe running through the opponent like a hot knife and butter. I didn't see any hands touch him. I'll check the replays here just to double check, but I didn't see a single hand on him as he ran through the ball. Beautiful hole by that center number on that O-line. Let him run right straight through past 3 players with 0 contest. Touchdown, giving them the extra score advantage now.
So they have the 6-point lead, and they will try to go for the extra point here. With 9:55 to go in this fourth quarter, looks like they're going to go for 2 with Rowe back in the shotgun position. Gets the snap, takes the handoff, but he has some room to the far side and will dish it up, but it's intercepted.
But there is a flag on the play.
So you'll see what the flag is. Holding on the offense.
So it's going to be applied on the kickoff.
All right, and Jesse back in the command center. What a run by Rowe. Right up the middle. Let's have a look at the replay here. They fake the jet sweep. Opens up the middle a little bit. He finds a seam, and he absolutely has the breakaway speed nobody is going to catch. Number 9. He puts the Eagles in the driving seat, 12-6. In the fourth quarter, back to the booth.
For the Eagles fans getting into it now.
Eagles players motioning for the fans to get up and loud.
They really have been very good in this entire game, and once again, all the crowds and everyone in hand really making this
just looking at the replay here again. It just came up on my phone again. I can only admire how beautiful of a run that is. One for the highlight tape for sure.
It'll be Rowe to kick it off once again for the Nepean Eagles.
This Rowe, it seems like he never leaves the field now. Every second, every minute we're saying his name again. I think we might be looking at the MVP for the Nepean Eagles.
He kicks this one away. This ball is bouncing. Looks like it'll be picked up before it goes out of bounds. But it'll be... It'll be...
The Riders' ball at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, 42-yard line and their own end, so they've got some ground to try and cover here if they're going to get themselves back into this ball game. Still plenty of time, though.
6 minutes feels like an eternity on that football field, especially in a close game like this. That time ticks by so slowly. So slowly, but so quickly at the same time.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to catch yourself up. And on the other side of things, if you're the defense, it probably moves a little bit slower.
Yeah, defense, the amount of stress levels. Again, this isn't just your regular season game, it's a championship game.
A handoff to Molk, has some room up the middle. Nice little juke play. Able to get himself past midfield and up towards the 50-yard line, but probably about the 51-yard line of the Eagles' territory. So a big run for Evan Molk.
Have to say, big run by Evan Molk, but that, again, the O-lines on both teams now alive and well, making huge holes for those runs. Another one you could have drove a truck through.
So Gagnon once again under center. Once again hands it off to Molk, busts his way up the middle once again, and he has some space. Now he's tied up, breaks a tackle, trying to move towards the near sideline, and a big last-second tackle there by the number 16, Justin Perry, but another huge run for Evan Molk.
Moak there again, and I gotta say, I was no line, guys.
Jesse in the control booth. Let's have a quick look at that huge breaking run. We'll take you back to live action, just see how this play developed quickly. And back to live action.
Set. Whistles in, the officials.
Gagne once again under center. Gets the ball once again. We'll hand it off to Moak, trying to bust his way up the middle, although he swallowed up there.
Swallowed up, but still a decent gain on the play.
See if we can see how that play developed. Huge blocks. Two guards just opened up either side, pushed their defenders to the side, and Roke found the hole. If it wasn't for the shoestring tackle, they would have scored. Back to live action.
Eagles making some personnel changes, trying to get the big guys in there.
Gagne now in the shotgun, dishes it off to Moak. Stumbles a bit, but able to get free. Trying to break to the near sideline, and a big tackle there by the number 62, Titus Deisman for the Eagles.
It's going to be interesting to see here if they're going to go for the 3 points to make this a closer game and making a touchdown win it for them. And a field goal tie, I believe. No, that is incorrect. No, sorry, that is right.
Yeah.
The 2 field goals ties it, touchdown will tie it. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 3rd and 8.
Gagne under center. Handing it off to a different man and trying to bust his way towards the goal line. It looks like he is taken down. But does he have the first down?
He didn't quite get the touchdown, but we're looking for the first down.
This is Mason Salati getting the call on that one.
Interesting to see officials seeing it now. Turnover on
downs, and that is a huge defensive stop for the Eagles. But still plenty of time left in this ballgame. 7 minutes to go.
Defense coming alive just at the right time there. That ball is stopped is on the 4-yard line. So that is a 4-yard
but a big play call there by Mike Brown of the Myers Riders. Does it look like they're going to maybe try to go with Moak again? Handed it off to Salati. Looked like he might have had a bit of room, but a big stop once again.
He was very close to that first down marker. I would say inches. Be interesting to see if they can get a points on the board here by tackling him in the end zone.
So Rowe with the low snap. Forced to just pick it up and run this one out, trying to get himself some breathing room, has some room.
Looks like he's going to be out just before the first down marker. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 on the...
It'll be 2nd and 1 on about the
looks like
14-yard line. Another important play here for this Eagles offense, trying to give themselves some breathing room here. As they're pinned back pretty close to their own line. And Rowe doing a good job of avoiding the safety on that last play, as that was a low snap and was forced to just pick it up and scramble for some yards. As he gets the snap and will take it himself once again, try to bust up the middle. We'll have the first down with about 6 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. And has the first down, and he will move the chains, and the clock continues to run here for this Eagles offense, and that is what they're trying to look to do, try to take as much time off the clock here with this drive.
So all they can ask for is make this drive tick up the clock slowly, keep it on the ground to avoid, keep it in bounds and off, out of the air. That's the word I'm looking for.
Rowe getting the snap, looking like he was trying to pass, gets rid of it, and he has a ton of pressure all over him, so it'll be an incomplete pass, and the clock will stop with 5:34 to go in this 4th quarter, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
You definitely see where coaches are coming from trying to get those passes, but at this stage of the game, I don't think personally that would be a call that I would make. I would try and keep it on the ground, as I stated earlier, just to try and eat that clock out. But again, those big passes could pay off huge, giving them another buffer. They're stuck in a really hard position here, trying to figure out if they want to try and go for another score or just play the security game. Not good for the first down, which is going to bring up a 3rd.
Yeah, only gaining about a yard on that last play. So about 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. I imagine they'll probably send this one away. Myers looking like they're going to get the ball in fairly decent field position, trying to tie this game up, and unfortunately for the Eagles, unable to push their way down the field as much as they probably would have wanted.
Just a reminder to everybody that in our next broadcast, a little bit after 6, we will have a special guest joining us for the broadcast, coming straight from NCAFA.
So we'll get the snap, row, and able to punt this one away, and getting a couple nice bounces. They will jump on it, but the flag down. Look like
number 25, a little bit too close. So
yeah.
Going to be getting called for the no yards.
And pretty much all under the floodlights now. With 4:31 to go here in this fourth quarter. And
dark blue sky up there. Tell you what, this is a profile picture if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely. 4:31 to go in this fourth quarter. Myers will get the ball back. And we'll try to tie this game up here, and things are coming down to the wire here at the Nepean Sportsplex. The Minto Sports Field here.
Iconic Minto Field.
Gagnon now under center, gets the snap. Hands it off to Salati, who's got some room up the middle. And a nice little run there, going to gain about 8 or 9 yards on the play.
This offensive coordinator for the Riders right now definitely showing what a good play caller he can be, mixing up who he's given the ball to. They've started to key up on that number 3 player, so they have decided to switch it up, giving it to new players, and it is evidently working.
Yeah,
as right now.
And that could have been the game plan all along, was to use their weapons. Gagnon looks like he's just going to push this one himself, and I believe he will have the first down and a little bit more. So another big first down as Gagnon takes it himself on that last play. So 3.5 to go down the fourth quarter. And they're marching up the field, trying to tie this game up.
Tie will send it into overtime. But again, if they make the 2-point or get a field goal or the PAT, they'd be up by 1.
Gagnon gets a snap from under center. Once again, hands it up to Salati. He's going to bust up that near sideline. And a big tackle there as he looked like he had a little bit of space. And it's against the number 16, Justin Perry.
Going to be brought up 4 yards.
But a good gain on first down.
Second down.
You can hear the Eagles family sidelines here is now
and urge on the
defense.
As Gagnon hands it off, looks like Tamoke breaks a tackle, has some room on that far sideline, and he is taken down inside the 10-yard line, and a beautiful play once again. Able to get the first down. It looks like it'll be first and goal for the Riders with 2:40.
Jesse in the command center, let's have a quick look at that replay run. And a huge cut. The Myers Riders running backs really being decisive in getting north-south quick. They're not hesitating. They're not thinking about where to go. They're just hitting the run. Back to live action out in the booth.
All fan will enjoy. This is the kind of game you wish they all were.
Absolutely, and a championship game, championship atmosphere here. Gagnon once again under center. Some movement in the backfield will be handed off to Moak. Trying to bust his way up the middle. He is swallowed up and will not get to the goal line. He'll be taken down.
But it looks like he will make some positive yardage on the play.
Yeah.
Leaving it second and looks like he halves the distance, so it's going to be 2nd and 2. Sorry, 2nd and 3 to the goal line.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, it's hard to see from here. Our DJ in the booth doing a great job over there.
2:10 to go. Gagnon gets the snap.
So wide, looks like he has
room.
room.
Trying to get across, and he scores.
Motion
Touchdown!
Huge touchdown there for this Riders team, making this a football game indeed. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left, tying it up right there. Going for this point after here.
2:06 left, and this is...
Interesting if they're going to go for the 2 or if they're going to just let it be with 1. Looks like they're going to kick it.
They're going to kick it, try and get the 1 point, but 2:06 to go.
We'll remind everybody their last kick was unsuccessful.
It'll be Matt Ribeiro to try and kick this one in here. And arguably the most important play of this game. With 2 minutes to go. Gets the snap, kick is up, and good!
Good, they are in the lead.
They have the 1 point lead. It is 13-12 Myers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this just became a game.
Roy did it ever with 2:06 to go in this fourth quarter, and for the Eagles, they're going to need a big return, and they're going to need Justin Rowe to potentially carry them towards the victory. It looked like they had this game locked up, but some excellent offensive pressure from this Myers Riders team, able to score a touchdown and using it with a couple of different players.
I'll tell you, normally you see, I'm looking at the sidelines here on the parent side on the bleachers, and normally you see at least a couple parents just chatting and talking and whatnot, but every single set of eyes is glued onto this football field, including the fans who are just here for the next game.
This is getting close, though. A big 1 point lead.
The most you could ask for in a championship football game, I will tell you that.
Absolutely. So 2:06 to go. It'll be Matt Ribeiro to kick this one away for the Riders as they have a 1 point lead. Ribeiro with the squib kick. It'll be bobbled and picked up there by
knocked down by his own player.
Number 3, Auger, will pick it up. Unfortunately, not able to get too much on the return. And so their offense is going to have to go to work from about the 42-yard line.
That's exactly what this Myers team wants right now. They want to keep them in this zone, hopefully get the ball back, score one more time, get themselves that buffer.
And this crowd is getting loud, and it will potentially have a big effect on this game as trying to fire up the defense, and for the Eagles team, trying to get themselves down into a position to try and get the lead.
Tell you, I find myself, it's impossible to root for either of these teams. They are both playing so well.
Rowe gets the snap, trying to bust towards the outside, potentially trying to get out of bounds as well, and he'll be taken down.
He makes it out of bounds. The clock has stopped. And the tension is insane.
Absolutely.
On this field right now.
1:54 to go now in the fourth quarter. Looked like he gained about a couple of yards, maybe only a yard or so, but another big play here for both of these teams as Rowe once again will be back in the shotgun position and awaits the snap as the Riders defense will try to make a big stop here. Looking like he's trying to throw. As Portner on the near side, able to break a tackle with the stiff arm and able to continue to move that one forward, so somehow able to get positive yardage out of that one. But
that is not exactly, it's not the perfect play for the defense, but still a great play for them right now at this point in the game, forcing the third down, forcing them to go for a third and relatively long.
It looks like it's about 3rd and 7, and so maybe a gain of about a yard on that last play. 1:20 to go here in this football game.
Forcing them to go for it. It's going to be timeout. Timeout Nepean. Man, I tell you, these are the games that everybody wants to blow aways, but these are the games that no matter what, everybody in this audience is enjoying this game right now. The blowaways are great for your stats and all that stuff, but still, nothing beats a nice, good, close, tough football game.
Yeah, and both of these teams have really been impressive throughout the entire game. The defenses have been very strong. We've gotten our scores now in the second half as Rowe was able to get a couple of scores for the Eagles, and for the Myers Riders, it was the number 83, Luigi Velati, able to bust his way through.
With the ways these offenses are acting, it's hard to believe that for the first quarter it never left the middle of the field.
Absolutely, and
it's a great play by all sides of this ball, all three sides of this ball. I had a coach once tell me that football isn't just two sides of the ball, there's all three sides of the ball. You've got your offense, your defense, and your special teams. That was one of my coaches for the Ottawa Sooners, and that quote still, actually, I believe, when we look, Chris St. Armour is the head coach of one of these teams, correct?
Chris St. Amour, yeah, for the
head coach of the Nepean Eagles, and that was a quote by him when I used to coach me for the Ottawa Sooners.
So it'll be roll back in the shotgun position. Minute 15 to go in this fourth quarter. Gets the snap, looking downfield, floats this one up for Portner, who is unable to come away with it. It is knocked down. Incomplete with a minute 9 to go in the fourth quarter.
Minute 9, still a lot of time in the football world. This could still go anywhere.
Absolutely, but
Riders hoping now.
Jesse in the command booth. Let's have a look at that pass. Underthrown, obviously, but he was hoping to get maybe the ISO coverage on the left side. Instead, he goes to his third slot back on the right side, and he just underthrows him and into double coverage. Back to live action, up to the booth.
And Riders have 2 timeouts remaining.
So Gagnon gets a snap, hands it right off to Moak, who is swallowed up right away and taken down.
Looks like he's going to get a yard or 2 on the play.
Potentially picking up a yard on the play, so it'll be second down and only ticking off 2 seconds so far on the clock. As the clock will start up again, though, and will be now in the final minute of this fourth quarter.
It is really hard for these players not to be able to see the 20-second countdown anywhere, but
Gagnon gets the snap under center. We'll hand it up to Salati, and he is swallowed up
again.
And 2 huge defensive stops. And we'll see what the decision here is here from head coach Mike Brown of the Myers Riders.
43 seconds, so in a perfect world, if he holds on to this one.
There'll be another timeout taken by Nepean.
Which means the ball, they can't wait out, which means the clock.
So down, Jesse in the command center. Myers calls a timeout here. You see a shot of Ralph Siciliani, coach, longtime Myers coach, and he's decided to go in and just figure out exactly what the right play is here. Discussing it with his quarterback, Gagne. Less than a minute left here. And this is going to be huge. This is a 1-point game. This is the championship. The crowd is full. I can't tell you the energy at Minto Field right now. Here we go, back up to the booth for the conclusion of this football game.
Fresh in my mind. That was such a beautiful play, executed perfectly by the entire offense.
Gagnon looks like he's back in the shotgun position. They're going to try and get themselves going, although there is a flag down on the play. Moak has it, trying to bust up the middle. Has some space, breaks through, back to the 10, touchdown!
Touchdown! Right there, could have just locked down this victory.
Well, we will wait and see what the flag is for.
There's a flag. It was not blown dead immediately. My belief is it's going to be an offside on the defense. It is.
It is, you're right.
Touchdown Myers, if they go for this too. So right now a score and a field goal will win the game, or tie the game again. So if they get this point, they would forces the Nepean to go for 2 if they make it down there.
Yeah, and so Matt Ribeiro will be back to try to get the extra point. His last kick was good. It's the snap, and it is good.
That, if Nepean is able to score, that forces the tie game, which will force an overtime. If Nepean is able to score in this next 30 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to be forced to go for 2 as well with 32 seconds to go. 20-12 is the score now in favor of the Myers Riders, as Heaven Moak able to bust through with his second touchdown of the game.
As a reminder, everybody, is A-Cup NCAFA coverage on CKDJ 1079 as well as on HESN's network, streaming live on YouTube. We'll be covering the 6 o'clock game, most likely starting around 6:15. We'll have to see. Actually, no. Looks like we're going to be on track to start right at 6, which is upside for that. We'll look to see who will take this game here in the final seconds.
The Riders will kick this ball away once again. It'll be Ribeiro to kick it away for this Myers Riders team. And 2 made field goals for Ribeiro in this game. Really have been the difference so far, as they're up by 8 points here, and the Eagles are trying to get a miracle here in the final 30 seconds of this football game.
Now, stranger things have happened.
And it looks like there's a flag on the play against the kicking team.
It'll be interesting to see.
So they'll be forced to move their way back.
Is it going to be a time count?
I believe so.
I'm not sure how they can get a time count violation when the clock's not moving.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
Look to our official, timekeeper official. Not hearing me. Looks like he's also confused as to what the penalty was.
But Ribeiro will kick it away here for the Riders. And just tries to get it short.
They're going to try and force a fumble, go for the ball.
And it's the number 85.
30 seconds left.
Alexandre Bordelot picking that one up off the kick, but they will be in positive field territory with exactly 30 seconds left.
Only ticking off. Now I will remind everybody they are forced to go for 2
if they do get
to tie this game. If they get the score here, which will force an overtime.
And it looks like Provo is back out there in the quarterback position. Gets the shotgun snap, dishes it off the Rowe on the near side, stumbles a bit, gets back on his feet.
He's going to be called down when he stumbled.
Yeah, interesting call there, and looks like he'll lose a yard or 2, and so he actually had a hole up the middle there if he was able to stay on his feet.
We saw that last night costing a touchdown as well for the midget A final.
It'll be 2nd and 12. Provo back in the shotgun snap to get it. Flag is down. He will throw this one towards the near sideline.
Jesse in the control booth. I just wanted to check and see if his knee was down because there was a huge hole. He slips. Yes, and that's a good call by the referees. That's a slip. Let's send it back up to the booth.
Procedure on the offense.
On the offense.
Declined. Forcing a 3rd down. So we're being told that was a no-end procedure call. They only had 6 guys on the line, and they're required to have 7.
So 12 seconds to go here, and this could be the biggest play of this game. Back to shotgun position to pick it up as Reed Provo. Gets the snap, dishes it off to Rowe.
Time is in.
Rowe looks like he's going to air this one out to an open man downfield. He has Partner for the reception. Touchdown, Eagles!
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
This is a game. Man, I'll tell you, I have been to so many football games in my life, and I think this is one of the best games performance-wise on both teams. The Eagles being forced to go for 2, 3 seconds left on the clock.
But there is a flag on the play. And so it looks like this play is going to come back.
The play is coming back.
And I believe they're going to call it. He was over the line of scrimmage when he threw it. And so this play will come back, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
I'm just checking. Looking at the replay here, just quickly for my own.
3 seconds left on the clock, and it'll be 3rd and about.
I believe that was not a good call by the officials after watching that replay.
They're going to hope for another miracle here, though. There is 3 seconds left.
Something's going on. Is there a timeout called?
I believe so. It looks like it's a timeout for Myers. With 3 seconds to go, and that looked like it could have been one of the best plays that we had ever seen. Unfortunately, it'll be taken back. So,
watching the replay here again on our phone.
Getting a second look at it.
And it does look like it was close. Alrighty.
So getting word now that it could have been an illegal man downfield, but they're about 3rd and, 50 away from getting a first down, although there's only 3 seconds left. So this will probably be the final play as they're going to dish it off to Rose. Got some pressure on him right
Looking
away.
for the throw. He's got
Throws it away, but it is incomplete, and that will do it.
Turn up the outdoor. You can hear the Myers crowd.
And so the Myers Riders are the Pee-wee A-Cup champions.
Great win by the Myers Riders there. As a reminder to everybody, we will be back in about 30 minutes here on CKDJ 107.9 for coverage of the Bantam A Final. Joining us will be a special guest from the NCAFA League. So hopefully we'll come back for that. But right now, we'll give it back to the studio to our technical advisor, Kif. Take it away.
And Jesse in the command center taking over for the call here in the championship ceremony. The Myers Riders Pee-wees win the A-Cup final in a NCAFA instant classic. This game will be talked about for years to come. Just incredible game. And the last call really being the last touchdown and potentially tying play of the game was called back due to what we think was that the receiver, was above the line of scrimmage. They called the play back, but it was a touchdown. They got behind the coverage. That would have made it 20-18 with the 2-point conversion to come. Instead, the Eagles run out of time, but I don't think you can be disappointed if you're the Eagles. Any team could have won that on any play. We're going to step aside on the handshake, and we'll be back with the championship trophy ceremony when we come back.
You think it's an accident? You think it's luck? You think it matters where you play? How good your teammates are? There's no showcase event needed here. Keep it simple. Stay focused. Message us on Facebook to join Team U.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by House Edge Media. House Edge Media is a creative marketing agency based in Ottawa that helps businesses innovate and automate their digital marketing activities. Visit them at houseedgemedia.com.
Titan Performance Center. Register for their off-season football program before November 4th and receive a free Titan hoodie. Limited roster. Message Titan to claim your spot.
Again, that was a great game.
And Jesse Card back in the control command center at Nepean Sportsplex and Minto Field, this iconic field that has seen so much football over so many years. And now we've got the championship ceremony with President of NCAFA, Steve Dean, and past President, Sid Gilchrist. Turning around to face the audience.
All right, folks, we're now going to present the players of the games for both Nepean and Myers. So I'm going to ask Myers, head coach.
Can we get a tight up?
No, coach, I need you to give me the player of the game for Nepean. All right, we all know the number 1 in your heart, but he's number 9 for the Nepean Eagles.
And no big surprise there. Number 9, the quarterback. What an incredible season he had. They went 6-2 in the regular season, and this kid is showing the city that he is somebody that you want to keep an eye on for the Pee-wee and Bantam seasons. I think he goes to Bantam next year, if I'm not mistaken. Now for Myers, we're going to find out who the MVP is. Number 3 gets the MVP for Myers as they take pictures, and now we're going to get Sid Gilchrist to hand off the trophy to the well-deserving Pee-wee Myers Riders.
All right. Now the moment you all been waiting for. The Gilchrist Cup. Presented here by Sid Gilchrist to your champion, Myers! Get your trophy. Yeah, give up a round of applause. Congratulations to both teams. They're getting it. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Take your game. What a great game to watch. Yep, stay off the field. Stay off the field, please. They'll be coming to you. They'll be coming to you.
So there's your final. Myers Riders win the Pee-wee division, possibly the most competitive division in all of Ottawa football. And the Myers Riders deserve it, but they did not have an easy task having to go through the Nepean Eagles. Eventually, it was that big run by Myers when it started to open up, and their decisive running backs getting north and south that broke this game open. We're going to go down quickly, but then we're going to come back up with the last game of the championship weekend. This is the 64th edition of NCAFA Championship Weekend, and we have a doozy for you coming up, possibly the main event of the entire weekend is coming up, and this is the Cumberland Panthers versus the Myers Riders at the Bantam level for the A-Cup. We're going to take you to commercial, take you down, and then we're going to be back up on the Facebook and YouTube channel. Thanks for being with us.